Welcome to You Are Not Alone. This is a safe place to explore all things spiritual and beyond. I am spiritual medium Erica Gabriel. Well, hello. Welcome back to You Are Not Alone. I am spiritual medium Erica Gabriel, your host and your creator. I created this podcast, so I'm the host and creator of the show. I'm happy you're here with me. I don't know if you've been here before. There's lots of new friends listening to this show. So if you're new, hi, I'm so glad you're here. And if you're an old listener, not old in age, but old in time that you've been with me, thanks for hanging with me and being a part of this show. I only continue to do this show because of your feedback. So thank you for the incredible feedback and your support and your messages and your comments on Apple, and all of that means so, so much. And that's why I keep doing the show. Really, that's the only reason why. I mean, I have fun doing it, but mostly because of your awesome feedback. So thank you guys. And I'm happy that this podcast is serving you and that there's something here that speaks to your soul. And that you go, wow, I wanted to hear that, or I listened to that podcast for that reason, or I randomly found this random chick's podcast to hear that message, So thanks for tuning in. It is kind of a gray and gloomy summer day here. I have a lot going on at my house right now. It's just a crazy week. And we've got painting going on. We've got cleaning going on. My kids have no camp, nothing like that. I'm working from home. My husband's working from home. It's just it's hilarious. The dog is going to the groomer. We got the lizard in the dining room because he can't be upstairs when they're painting. It's hilarious. It's not bad. It's not negative. It's all good stuff. But it's a little bit of a crazy week, and I'm not doing readings this week. So I'm working on a course, and I'm working on the podcast, and I'm doing other things, but I'm not doing readings this week. So it's just been kind of an up in the air week, and my husband and I doing that dance of who's home, who's not working, right? So it's been interesting. It's been really interesting, and I start to notice when. Before I do readings, I do a lot of grounding, a lot of grounding, a lot of clearing, and a lot of protecting my energy. But, and I'll take an extensive amount of time before each reading to do that, and even before I come to my office to do readings. But just like everyone else in the world, sometimes things fall to the wayside when it's just about you, right? So meaning I get out a little bit of my routine of grounding and healing. I keep saying healing. That's is that a Freudian slip that I'm healing? Maybe. Oh gosh. Oh, we all need healing, right? But we can only heal ourselves. Oh my gosh. Should I hit stop and re-record here, people? Anyway, but I sometimes get out of the habit of doing it for myself if I'm not doing readings. Grounding, clearing, and protecting. And I'll go like a day or two, and then I'm like, okay, I'm feeling not aligned or not focused. And I'm like, oh, right, my energy management. And that may seem ridiculous, right? Because this is what I do. This is my life. This is what I do. This is all of it. My livelihood, my spirituality, everything is like, how do you get out of the habit of, clearing or protecting your energy? But it happens, right? Of course, I do it, so much when I'm reading, but when it's just me, I'm like, okay, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. But it's so important. There is no day that should go by that I should not be grounding and clearing and protecting my energy. And I'm using myself as an example, because I'm not trying to put that on you, saying you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. That's not my energy at all. But I use myself as an example so that there may be something here that you go, oh, I need that as well. So a lot of you are extremely intuitive. A lot of you are coming into your own gifts. as an intuitive or as a medium or as a life coach or even as someone that's just waking up to their own incredible intuitive ability. And so you and I are very similar. We're a lot alike. And, not only, and point of my story is not only do I need to do extensive energetic management before I go in and work and do readings, but I also need to do extensive energetic management just for my life, right? So a lot going on at my house. I'm feeling a little ungrounded. And I'm like, what's going on? Obviously there's stuff going on at the house. So I'm like, okay, there's things going on. We got the painter, we got the cleaner, we got the dog groomer, we got two people working from home, kids running around. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, well, you really haven't managed your energy. And you're kind of outside of your own body temple. And when you're not managing your energy, you're really susceptible to picking up a lot of shit you don't want. You're not coming from a centered place. You're not coming from your true self because you're just outside of the body. You're out there. Oh my God, the painter and the work and the dog and this and the kids are fighting and you're out. How do you come from your true space, your true place? And, the waves of the world, the waves of energy of the world, of shit you have to do, of chaos, they will never stop. They keep coming. And we can either get completely crushed by them, or we can find ways to ride that shit, ride that wave, right? I always say, find what your surfboard is. And I've said this before, find what your surfboard is, right? So have you ever been in an ocean and got knocked down? You're swimming and you're like, yay, I love the ocean. I love the waves. And then a big wave comes and knocks you down and you're like, oh my God, I'm dying. That used to happen to me when I was little. I would get destroyed by waves. And I was like, I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm never going to live again. And I'd run up to the beach to my mom. I'd be like, Mom, I died. I got buried by waves. Oh my God. And she'd be like, what? She's reading Vogue magazine, She's like, you're fine. And I was fine. She was right. But it was the most dramatic feeling, you're like, I'm dying under this wave. So the idea is life is like the waves. It's going to keep on coming and keep on coming and keep on coming. It comes in and comes in. And sometimes you're getting knocked to shit by those waves. And have you ever gotten knocked by a wave and you're dying and then you look and someone's just bobbing up and down on a surfboard on the same damn wave? They're like, hey man, you okay? And they're just on a surfboard, boop, going on top of the wave, boop, up and down. They're so happy. You're getting crushed and they're just I've got a surfboard. Yeah, there's waves, man, but I'm just floating on top of them, So the idea is, what is your surfboard? Because the waves won't stop. So what is your surfboard? This is the definition of managing your own energy. That no matter how strong or what the waves are, you have tools to remain centered and grounded. Now, I don't know about you, but I have to rework my tools, like I'm giving this story as an example. I have to go back to those tools all the time. So I lost those tools for a few days, and now I'm oh, right. What have I been doing? That's why I feel like everything's gone to hell in a handbasket, So the idea about the surfboard is not to make yourself some perfect, enlightened person, but it's about finding tools that you can go back to time and time again. I always say, when you go to Home Depot and you buy a bunch of tools and you put them in a toolbox, you don't use them once and then chuck them. You have a toolbox now. So when you need a tool, you go into it. So energetic management is building your surfboard and it's also enhancing your toolbox.
developing your surfboard and enhancing your toolbox. That's what it is. That's like money in your bank. What do I do to feel grounded? What do I do to feel centered? What is the thing that brings me back to my strength and my calm state so that I can manage my life? Or else I'm going to constantly be knocked to shit by these waves. So many people I read for are frantically outside of their own bodies. What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to be going? I don't know what's happening. What am I doing? What's my purpose? What's going on with my marriage? What's going on with my kids? Is everyone okay? What's happening? They're frantic. They're freaking out. No judgment, by the way. That's me every day. And then I go back to my surfboard. The point of this podcast, right? And they come to get a reading because they want someone to tell them, okay, well, here's what you're going to do. You're going to sell your house, you're going to stop eating dairy, and you're going to tell your middle child to become a doctor, not a lawyer. Like they're looking just for answers. Give me the answer. But it doesn't actually help because then once that happens, they're still feeling frantic. Sometimes I talk to people born on the sun's shiniest day. They've got the life of they've got a great life, right? From an outsider perspective, right? They seemingly have it all, but they feel like shit. They feel horrible. They feel anxious. They're nervous all the time. And the idea is that a lot of people's guides bring up are tools and ways to reground and recenter. It's kind of like, have you ever heard of you guys see this on the news and stuff like that, celebrities, that we like, they were like, they're so beautiful. They have like $20 billion. They're creative, they're artists. And it's like, they're miserable, rehab, drug addict, they're miserable, divorce. Like it doesn't, nothing outside yourself is going to get you peace and happiness. Just like in a reading. They sit down for the reading. Give me peace and happiness now. I have 40 minutes. Tell Spirit to give me peace and happiness so I can move on with my day and anxiously do all the to-do list shit that I have to do. It's like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to find your tools. Find your surfboard. So that when you're feeling upset or you're feeling anxious or you're feeling scrambled or you're feeling outside yourself or you're feeling desperate, you go, whoa, you recognize that and you go, okay, let me go back. Let me go back to my grounded self. Let me go back to my surfboard. And then everyone goes, but I don't have a grounded self and I don't have a surfboard. And it's like, I know, and that's okay. It's a practice, not a mastery. Just gracefully, gently, with ease, with grace to yourself, start to marinate. What are some things that I do that help me feel grounded? And if I don't have those things, what are some things that I can try? Like breath work, like easy visualization meditations, which I'll have on my website soon, by the way. Shameless plug, shameless plug. I get it. But whatever. I want people to have the stuff I have on my website because they help. But visualizations, meditations. Should I try meditation? Should I do some kind of yin peaceful yoga? Should I go for nature walks? What helps me? Does it just help me to journal? Does it help me to sit on my floor, stretch and breathe? Does it help me to do my gratitudes? What can I do? And what happens is you start to develop that center. You may not feel it right now, but start to develop it, start to practice it so that when you're in the middle of your day and you're feeling in chaos, you go, let me go back to my center. Oh, there it is. I feel it because I've been working on it. I've been developing it. I've been developing my tools. I've been grabbing my surfboard. Let me go in. Let me close my eyes. Let me breathe. There she is. There's her center. Hello, old friend or new friend. There you are. Good. Now, let me move from there. Let me move from there. So, here are some thoughts and ideas. I hope you guys enjoy them. I pray that these things bring you some peace and some healing and some help and some things to think about. All of these things are just practices. They're not like cure-alls. They're just practices, and it really, again, we go back to the same thing over and over again. You are in charge. No one can heal you but you. You have to take responsibility for your energy. You have to take responsibility for your actions, your routines. No one can do it for you. It has to come from you. So, since we know that it has to come from you taking time to find your tools, to find the things that help you, is the highest form of self care. And when you take time to care for yourself and to manage your energy and to find your center, not only do you bless everyone else around you. People always ask, Erica, what can I do to help my husband? What can I do to help my wife? What can I do to help my kids? Center yourself. That's what you can do, because the more grounded and more centered and clear you are, that vibrates to them. And then you respond to your kids from a grounded place, or you respond to your husband from a grounded place, or your wife, or your brother, your cousin, your sister, whoever it may be. If you have no way of getting to your center and grounding yourself, you are not going to help them. Take some time to manage your energy. Focus on yourself. Ask yourself, what can I do to build my toolbox? What can I do to find my surfboard? What can I do to create some grounded energy within myself that I can go to and operate my life through a place of grounded energy? Everyone is so fucking scrambled, freaking out. They want a reading to tell them exactly what to do to change and heal and help their life and make them feel zen and peaceful and like a Buddhist monk. And it doesn't work that way. Readings will give you a powerful key to unlock many doors. But you have to take that, right? It's like when I go to I work with nutritionists and dietitians. Um, my struggle in life is like that physical self-care. And I'll like go to them like, okay, like what am I supposed to do? Right? Because I need constant support. It's like someone that, it's like someone that needs, any support with anything in life. I need constant uh like what's a nutritional dietitian, nutritionist. I need constant touch-ins to make sure I'm taking care of myself in the physical form, right? The body temple. It's like going to that meeting and like, hey, so what am I supposed to eat? And they're like, okay, salad with chicken. I'm making something up, by the way. Right? Okay, eat salad with chicken. And then I go back to my normal life and eat whatever the fuck I want. It's like, no, you have to go away and do something on your own. Same thing. It's like you can hear all of these things, but you have to do it on your own. You have to take the moments and the time and the routine and put it in your life so that you can move forward. We are searching outside ourselves, searching, searching, searching. Tell me, give something to me to make me feel better, right? Give me something funny on the phone to make me feel better. Buy something so that it comes to my house and I feel better for 5 minutes when it arrives. Give me alcohol, give me drugs, give me love, give me sex, whatever it may be. How can I feel better? And it's like, it is not out there. It's in you. You have to take the time. You have to take the routines, make a routine. It's in you. It's in you. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your energy. Manage your energy. Find your surfboard and ground yourself. And you will start to see miracles in your life. You will start to see miracles in your relationships. And then people go, well, I don't have time for myself. And it's like, sure, we can think of a million reasons why you shouldn't take care of yourself. A million. I can name a million right now. Figure it out. You get up at 6:30 in the morning. Now you're waking up at 6:25 and you're doing 5 minutes of breath work sitting on your floor. And then while you're brushing your teeth, you're doing gratitudes. I mean, listen, this is it. This is it. This is the real work. And then when you pay attention to yourself and you start to get yourself more centered, you are then raising your vibration. And that vibrates on your friends, on your family, on your life, on your business, on everything. Raise your vibe. You raise it up because you're more grounded and there's not chaos all around you. And you raise your vibration. You match the vibration of all the things you want, which is joy, which is laughter, which is good relationships, which is peace, which is success, all those things. But it comes from you. It comes from within you. It's the only way. Again, this doesn't have to mean, you're going off, you're getting shipped off to some, like land somewhere to sit and meditate for 20 hours a day. No one can do that. Rarely. But it means that you start to weave in some things and some tools and some ways that you feel grounded. So you develop that center, you develop that aligned place in you that you can go back to whenever you're feeling overwhelmed. And then what happens is your intuition gets activated because you go, oh, hold on, I'm feeling scrambled. I don't know what to do. Let me go back to my center. What am I really feeling? Let me connect with my intuition and ask myself that question instead of feel anxious and try and grab it through shopping, through eating, through drinking, through demanding someone give me the answers to my life, Let me just go in. Okay, what do I think? And there's your intuition. And guess who you can meet in your intuition? Guess. Your guides. Your guides are in your intuition. They will meet you there. They'll go, hello. She's grounded. She's centered. She's quiet. She's not anxious. She's not desperate. There she is. We can come in and support you if you call to us. And that's a whole nother podcast on spirit guides. I have a workshop coming to my website, my spirit guide workshop. Take it. It will tell you what to do once you get in your center and how to connect with your guides. So for me, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I walk in nature. I walk in nature 4 or 5 times a week. I do like 3-4 miles. I walk. I listen to the birds. I look for animals. I connect with my guides. Sometimes I walk with friends, which brings me joy and laughter, which is a very healing thing for me. But I walk. And I have just been, I'm laughing, I'm sorry. But when I say like diagnosed, it makes me laugh. But I've just been diagnosed with arthritis. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Hold on. I don't mean to laugh. I think I laugh because it's embarrassing. I think I laugh because it doesn't resonate with me. But yeah, so I have arthritis in my back and in my right hip. And it has created a tremendous amount of pain. And I think I also laugh because I don't feel associated with arthritis because I believe that I can heal it through massage and through physical therapy and through my mindset and through anti-inflammatory diet, through all these things. So I'm going to work on it. I'll keep you guys posted if it's healed. But so I've been diagnosed with arthritis. And so I haven't been walking. And it's been tough. And then when I haven't been walking, then I get low. My energy feels low, and then I'm feeling more scrambled and less patient. And then when I'm not walking, I'm not eating as well because I'm not as connected to my body. And then I gain weight. And then, like it all kind of came crashing down. But it was such a good study for me because I'm like, wow, look at that. When I took one of my main foundational grounding tools out, everything started falling apart. So if you put in a foundational grounding tool and centering tool, everything will start falling into place. Everything will start improving. Your energy will start rising. What if you added a grounding healing tool in your life. I took one out and things went to hell in a handbasket. It was a shit show. It was a shit show. It's all gone downhill, you guys. So I took one out and that's what happened. So what if you put one in? Wow, what's going to happen, baby? Just try it. If you don't like feeling better, you can always go back to how you were. Now, the other thing is, know that I'm not putting this on you. It's so funny. I use myself as an example. Um, because I don't know exactly what each person listening is going through. I know what I feel from the collective consciousness. I know what I feel from talking to thousands of people all over the world. I'm not putting this on you that you have to do all this, but it is an understanding of how we work that you can apply to any area of your life. So for me, since I have had my precious walks taken away, and again, I just want to say this also, like it's a nature walk. It's a 4 mile walk. It's not brain surgery in the sense that like your surfboard and your tools, like don't overthink it. If you're like, wow, I love like doing a yoga tape, like great. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Anyway, so what I'm working with and what I was talking about in the beginning of this podcast was that I have not grounded and cleared and protected my energy. I haven't been doing readings. And then I took out, obviously, the walking. And so things have felt really scrambled. So what I've been doing now is doing my grounding, doing my clearing, and doing my protecting. So for grounding, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I do briefly. When I ground, I sit in a chair with my feet on the ground, or I sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce. And I imagine my spine, each vertebra. Oh, Lord. Anyway, each little thing in the back is stacking on top of each other one by one, vertebrae. Thank you. Thank you. Stacking one after another, and that my spine is super long. My spine goes right straight out the top of my head, so I'm sitting up nice and tall. And I imagine my feet are grounded deeply into the earth element. And I breathe. I breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And with each breath in, I imagine white light, positive energy filling up my lungs. I fill up my front body, my back body. And as I exhale, I release any worries, any doubts, any fears, any negativity. And any thoughts that I have come up, I allow them to go down. I don't push them down, but they go through my body and out through my feet. And I ask that the universe and the earth absorb any of that frenetic, anxious energy, that the earth absorbs it and grounds it down. And I breathe and I really focus on elongating the body up and also grounding my energy down. I think of the trees, I think of the earth, and I ground. So that's a little glimpse into what I do. And then I call in my guides and I ask them to assist me in clearing my energy. So I love when I'm just sitting down in my room, I imagine a beautiful white feather. And I imagine the feather going down from my feet, up my legs, throughout my body, down my back. It's dusting. And I ask my angels and my guides, my ancestors, my higher self to assist me in clearing my energy. And I imagine the white feather duster dusting off any energy. And I say, I clear any negativity, any psychic debris, any emotions that don't belong to me, any negativity. I cleanse myself of any worries, doubts, fears. I allow it to go in the name of God. Anything I may have picked up, anything that doesn't belong to me, it's dusted off with the white feather. I clear it, I cleanse it, and I ask that it is absorbed into the white light of the Holy Spirit, that it is absorbed into the white light of Spirit, and that energy is transmuted for light and for good. And I clear my energy. And then with my guides and angels, I ask that they seal me and surround me in a sacred white light bubble. That I'm like, I have a huge bubble wand of energy sealing me, surrounding me in white light. That any toxic energy, negative energy, frenetic energy, anxious energy, other people's energy that doesn't belong to me would just bounce off my bubble, this sacred space that I seal myself in. And I thank my guides and I thank my angels. Keep breathing. And then I seal the session up. And then I go on with my day. Sometimes then I'll go outside, I'll sage, I'll put my feet in the grass and sage myself. There's all kinds of things you can do, but that's just kind of a little glimpse into what I do. And when I do that, it really helps. Physically, then I'll stretch, I'll walk. Right now, I've been doing Pilates, which is very grounding and good. And I'm going to be starting physical therapy soon. So that hopefully will be the physical grounding. And I'm working with the nutritional expert for an anti-inflammatory diet. So we're kind of working on all fronts here, you know? And don't think for a second that sometimes I don't want to just pull the ejection cord and hit the mall and like whatever. You know what I mean? Walk around the mall just buying shit and eating French fries. You know what I mean? Anyone else like that? Just me. Just me. Anyway, I hope this served you today. I have some exciting stuff. I did a 2-hour workshop on spirit guides. There is literally nowhere else right now that you can get that kind of detailed information on how to connect with your spirit guide. I haven't found it. It's nowhere else. It's my own system. It's my own way that I connect with my guides. I talk a lot about how I met my guides. I take you guys on a visualization. We do writing exercises. It's a very powerful 2-hour workshop, previously taped, and now I am getting it up on my website that you guys can buy it and have it and take it on your own. So that is coming shortly. I'm working on it today, tomorrow, the next day. So that's coming. Please leave me a comment on Apple Podcasts, because when you guys comment and like, it helps me keep going. You can always hit ericagabriel.com for further information. Email info@ericagabriel.com if you want a reading with me and Jenna. We'll get back to you and let you know when my next available is. We're booking out the end of 2023 right now. And what else can I tell you? I think that's it. Thank you for listening to my show. And you know what? Please share it. If you liked it, share it. If you didn't like it, delete. I love you guys so much. God bless you. I'm so happy we got to have this time together. I hope this served you. I'll be thinking about you. I love you. Take care now. See you next time.